Jeremy wants to know podcast.
Hello, friends, and welcome back to the Jeremy Wants to Know podcast. I'm your host, as you already know, Jeremy. And today's Wednesday, and I don't know when this is going to air, but why does that even matter? Today is Wednesday, and what have I seen so far? I've witnessed a squirrel with his nuts. It was very weird because I was in the car, sitting in my car this morning because I had breakfast and I wanted to sit somewhere like secluded where I can just sit with my thoughts and have this like conversation with myself. But yeah, anyway, so I just saw the squirrel as I was listening to Synthetica by Metric. It wasn't Synthetic, it was the Synthetica Reflections, which is a good album, by the way, guys. Check it out. Yeah, no, but it was the music on there. That soundtrack is kind of like dystopian sounds, and it's just sounds. It's not lyrics, which I love. And yeah, no, and I was just sitting in my car watching the squirrel do its thing, but it like froze. It froze for like a hot second with the acorn in its mouth, and then I don't know, maybe it knew that I was like watching it, and with the music playing, because my windows were down, so it could definitely hear the music, and it was probably just playing along with the theme. But I don't know. Yeah, I was watching that happening. It's very interesting. I've recently realized I enjoy sitting and watching nature. So I try to now have meals where I'm outside. And we're coming upon fall. I don't know if I said this before in the previous episodes, but yeah, it's like fall time here in Texas, and we're just coming up upon fall. And next week we got chillier weather. It's dropping down to the 80s. Oh yeah. So it's time for me to start wearing all my sweaters. Where was I going with this whole conversation? I just totally sidetracked. Yeah, so I'm practicing sitting in solitude with my thoughts, and I don't know, I'm just getting more in touch with me because lately, I'm not gonna lie, I've been tapped into. I don't know. I don't want to like be one of those people, but I guess I am. Like, it's honest though. It's what we're all feeling. That like kind of nihilistic, existential, um, crisis mode. Um, yeah, I just try to figure it out now. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot going on in my little brain. Um, it's funny though, cause I like to sit and analyze myself, and uh, it's really good. I think for me anyway. I don't know. Maybe I should just see a therapist. So this episode is featuring my lovely hat. It used to say lonely, but one of my friends just got offended that it said lonely, and I put a little heart over it so it'll say lovely now. So it says lovely on it now. Um, yeah. So also I saw a pirate today. Yep, it was a real pirate. He had a stump leg and a hook for an hand. Well, could have been his whole arm too, but from what I saw, it was like, what's it? His left side. His whole left side was anatomic, inanimate, inanimate. His whole left side was inanimate. You know, also I've noticed that I'm not good with words and spelling anymore. It's just like, yeah, I gotta go back to school. I was thinking about that. I want to go back to school and learn. I just want to learn the basics though, because I think as you get older, you kind of tap into all these other things, and you lose the things you've grown up on. Like my grammar's bad, and like I feel like everything I'm saying is just it doesn't even make sense. God. But I think if I think too much about it, that's when it gets worse. So I'm just gonna keep talking. No one has corrected me all these years of talking ridiculous. So I must be doing something right. So yeah, I saw a pirate today. I just wonder how he got out there. Like, how did he travel to? He was on over a bridge. Sorry, and I'm really bad at setting the scene. I was driving, and I guess he was panhandling. You know how the people standing on the bridge with the papers and whatnot. So he was out there, with his side of his body that worked, and he was on the side of the bridge, just out there. And I was like, "Is that a pirate?" He's a pirate. He was dressed very well. His hair was slicked back. He had on a green shirt, khaki pants. Yeah, this guy, he was a good-looking pirate. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I wonder what the rest of his body looked like. Honestly, like he could make an OnlyFans. I think. Anyway, blabbering. So yes, it is Wednesday. It is sexy. No, okay, let's talk about some things. Recently I realized as I am now like sitting with myself and my thoughts that I just like to think about things that make me happy, like I like to listen to sounds, watching the birds, and just noticing all the little animals and creatures, like, and I say like a lot too. And there you go, and that's me noticing more things about me that I can take in and just enjoy about me. Because my head could be rolling down the street. That was dark. What makes me happy? What gives me joy? Yeah, these little things make me happy. So I have a paper here, and that's why I am because I feel like I'm every time I do the podcast, it's just really all over the place, and it's just really me speaking, which is normal. But at the same time, I like to. It would be great to have like one episode at least where I'm on track, and this is why I really enjoy interviewing other people. But right now, that's not the deal. So that's what's going on. So now I'm resorting. Also, I am now doing like vocal work to help with my vocals, but so far I've only done it twice. So I have to get back on that, but I haven't been feeling so enthusiastic about it. Fake peanut butter and chocolate products make me feel physically bad. I eat these shitty fucking, and it's funny because they've been debunked, and all of these products are really bad. Like I heard that on TikTok. Sorry, this is my slurs now. I heard that there's shit fecal matter inside of peanut butter products, but not so much where a human can get sick, but just enough fecal matter. Okay, that's the end of that. So I can't eat any of that stuff. What else? Let's talk about some movies. Do you guys like films? I love films, mostly horror films and drama. I kind of try to stay away from like, you know, emotionally driven films because I'm an easy crier. I cry. Yeah, a few people know I'm a crier. I really don't like to cry in front of people, but if it happens, it happens. Speaking of crying, sidebar, I did cry the other day. Um, it was beautiful actually because it was okay. Do you all have like songs that just take you to a specific time and point in your life? Specific time in your life. How about we just stay with that? Do you ever have songs that just take you back? And like just songs that just bring your body, like you just teleport back to that point where you heard the song and the scene. So, anyways, it's this song by Alicia Keys called something. All I know is at the end of it says Nana's Reprise. And that's the only part that I can read. And it's that one album, I think it came out in like, what, 08, 7, something. Her heyday, honestly. Um, and no, yeah, but this song, it just always gets me emotional because it was a time where everything for me was like, it's just a mess. Like, and then just thinking back about all of the things that were going on at that time and the things before then, like, yeah, that night I cried. I was just like, man, it's like, and I don't listen to that song a lot, but I like to keep it in my playlist just for those moments when I do want to get in touch with that little boy. I think I was in high school, so like 17. And yeah, my 17-year-old self, because back then I didn't know what I know now, obviously, but it's just really good to, tap into those emotions and those feelings and to keep you motivated. So, yeah, that night I just cried. I was like thinking of, because I dance. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a dancer. And back when I was 17, I didn't know how much dance was going to be a big part of my life and how much I was going to love it, and started, studying it and whatnot. So, yeah, no, I was just crying and I was like dancing in my room here. And I just thought of that 17-year-old me at that time. And I kind of like reached out and grabbed little 17-year-old Jeremy, and we were dancing together. And I just like cried, like started crying. And I was just like, look at Jeremy now, because 17-year-old Jeremy was fucking angry, just angry. And now 31-year-old Jeremy is repressed and angry. No, 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 no. No. But yeah, no, I think it's good though. It's kind of like a meditative state where you can just, tap into that and just know that just look at where you've been, where you've come from, and just, yeah, I think it's good. I do that. So, that's a little about me being a crybaby and why I stay away from Disney films. Let's talk about films that I like. So, there's this film from like, I think it was like the 80s. I think the 80s horror films were like peak, like good films, in a sense that they were just really, some of them were really campy, honestly, and like they were really good. And I don't know, they were just really good. And then the actors, because everyone back in the 80s looked like they were 45 when they were like 16. It's wild, but yeah, the movie Chopping Mall is really good. Everyone should watch it. It's about robots taking over the mall and killing people. We're not too far from that today. Then also Night of the Comet. That one's about what is that? I think a comet hit Earth or some shit and then wiped out a lot of people or some shit like that. And I'm really not good at descriptions. But anyway, it's a zombie film. You should watch it. But it turns out to be conspiracy theory because it was like the government behind the whole thing. And like it's really good though, because it's really good because the main actresses are really hot. And then also there's this animated film. I saw it on Netflix. Was it Netflix? No, it was not Netflix. It was fucking Amazon Prime. It was on Amazon Prime. This film called Soul Station. It's animated and it's about a zombie apocalypse that happens in Seoul, wherever that is. And yeah, it's really good. It's a fucking plot twist, guys. You think it's just a zombie film? It's more than that. Trust me. It's, yeah. But anyway, yeah, check that out. Soul Station. So let's list off the ones I've gone through so far. We got Chopping Mall, Night of the Comet, and Soul Station. And then now the next film I'm going to talk about is Nymphomaniac, Volume 1 and 2. If you know me, I talk about this movie all the time. I have it on my Instagram. I have like clips of it. Lars von Trier. Trier. This director, I love his films. He did um what's the one with Kristen Dunst? Melancholia, and like there was another film too. Like he's a great director, and I really love his films. They always have like this depth to them, like the emotional, and the themes are really like bigger. But anyway, check that out. I'm really bad at talking about things, but I just love films that are like otherworldly, also post-apocalyptic films, nihilistic, like just stuff that isn't grounded too much in reality, but it is, good stuff. Also, The Quiet Earth. I recently just saw this film. It's really good. It's really good as well. The Quiet Earth. It's fucking mind blowing. That one too. I think it's like an Australian film, but it's really good as well. So while we're on, these topics of reality, let's talk about the tech world. So recently, I think Elon Musk, not I think, but yeah, Elon Musk released, I guess, a press release or something about how they are working to build a humanoid robot, android. What is the difference? And it's cleverly named Optimus. So I think his whole premise is to have these humanoid robots in place of humans, which I'm kind of confused because what are the computers doing today? Like, what is the point of technology then? Like, maybe I'm dumb. I'm dumb. But I don't know. I just don't get it. So his cars are supposed to transform now too, right? It's a lot. It's really a lot to handle. But that's just a small thing. We need an Oprah robot. That's what we need. We need someone to give us all therapy and just lie to us. Just lie to us. I think so anyway. But yeah, it's really interesting how times are evolving. Things are changing. Emotions are changing. Language is changing. And it's happening in real time. All around us. All the time. And you just go with it. Oh, my fucking laptop just made a noise and it just notified me of Facebook. I haven't been on Facebook in a while. I don't update Facebook. Guys, Facebook friends, I want to say I apologize. You guys should just follow me on Instagram or this podcast because that's the only way to keep up with me because I don't post on really anything else than other than Instagram. Twitter, I do, but it's mostly just shit posting. Oh, and by the way, I have this new windscreen. It's green. And I have a pack of them. See, I'm bad at talking. What is another subject? So I saw a pirate today. I saw a squirrel. There was something else. Oh, there was a child today in the store. So I went to HEB to get some food, setting the scene again. And I went in there to get, something to eat because apparently I have to eat to survive. It's odd. So I was going to check out and I was walking through the aisle to go to, the cash register because everything's like automated, so you do it yourself, which is great because I don't like talking to people, in and out people. I don't have time. And so I just this kid looks up at me, and I swear it was a 40-year-old man, and that child looked up at me like he knew my taxes, like he could do I'm pretty sure his credit score was better than mine. He could probably own half of the things that I own already, and he was a child. I don't know, but do you ever see a child that looks like they're in their mid-40s and you're just kind of like, oh my god, what is going on here? But he was a white baby, so he wasn't a child. He was like, what? He couldn't have been actually no older than like 6, but he just looked up at me with concerning eyes and it made me self-conscious. Like, sir, do I owe you money? I'm sorry, I I don't understand. What are you doing here? But and then you see older people who look really young. It's weird too because sometimes if you really think about it, here we go. We're going down a rabbit hole. If you think about it, the way the aging process works, we okay, as a child, we're born and we're, you know, given these things, they're planted on us, and you know, it's actually a lot to go into, guys. I can't really go into it without getting like next level and freaking everyone out. But I try to keep things light on here unless you meet me, and then it gets really crazy. Let's see what else. Also, this is my sketchbook. I'm an artist, so this is my sketchbook here. It has some inappropriate things on there. I just like the art style of these, honestly. You know, my friends got me these stickers, and I don't fucking know. Let's see. Me plugging my art. Okay. Man, yeah, so I was at work the other day and just being fucking tired of it. Just like, I know everyone probably feels it at this point. When you just get tired of it doing the same thing, it's a cycle, and it's just like, everyone's really catching up to it though, honestly. It's really turning into a real thing, and it's crazy. Okay, so also on Reddit, I saw a post where oh shit, Reddit. Here we go. Yeah, I saw a post where they were talking about someone posted that it's like a phenomenon or something that people born in the 90s, between the 90s and 2000s, have been waiting for the end of the world. And a lot of people under that post, like, agreed. Like, yes, we have been waiting for the end times. Can it happen already? And I kind of think, like, secretly, yeah. I mean, I don't know what it is, but, like, it's not really fun to be to be alive anymore. Unaliving, is that what the kids say? But it's crazy how that happens, and that's what that's kind of where I was hinting at. It's like the older we get, the more we kind of revert back into like our childish ways and just kind of want to go back in the womb, you know. But I don't know. It's kind of a cynical view, but I feel like I've subscribed to existentialism and nihilism now in my 30s. It's really crazy. And I've become obsessed with like hard facts and studies and research and science, and that's another reason I'm like, okay, look, maybe I should just go back to school because obviously the work world is not working out for me. I'm an artist, creator. I shouldn't be just working 9 to 5. I don't feel fulfilled at all. I'm constantly looking for answers. To answers to why. To why, man. Why, man? But if I had the answers, I'm pretty sure I would self-destruct. Or maybe not. I could probably handle it because I've handled a lot of shit in my life. I mean, have you seen me bottom? But now in my 30s, I can't accept things that are just as they are, you know? Yeah, that's like why I'm always asking why, you know? And it's dumb. It's really dumb. I think it comes down to like all the disappointments and like heartbreaks and things that happen. I can track over the years, like looking back, how things have been like patterns that I've noticed, and it just makes me more aware of like where I've been, and you know, I wouldn't say where I'm gonna go, but where I could go. But it kind of makes me more resilient in a way because okay, I've between the ages of like 13 to 18 were years that I'd never want to go through again, but also I would, just to take up the knowledge and then the acceptance and the understanding that I didn't understand with my child brain back then. But if I can get that time back now and just become the brain that I am now, it will be 10 times better, and I could solve equations. I could work out the problems and the kinks, but that wasn't the hand that I was dealt. So now, looking at that situation from the 30-year-old eyes, I can say, okay, so that made sense, and this is what should have been, and this is what connects to this, and it's also a lot. It's just a lot of like layers, a lot of layers to peel back, um, and yeah, it's just a lot of layers, man. A lot of sex, and not enough butt sex though. I don't think I had enough butt sex. Butt sex. Let's see. Okay, how many males did I bottom for? When did I first get penetrated? I got penetrated at an early age, and I bled. It was not good because it was not the best sex, because what I know now about protection and how to have anal properly, or just in sex in general properly, like, man, when I first got the business, it was hard. It was hard and long, and it was light skin, which are sometimes really good. This one guy. I'm sorry, I'm joking. I'm not gonna do this to my heterosexual viewers, listeners. I know I got like maybe 3 men. Well, how do we feel about men these days? Hmm? I heard about that Billy Eichner film tanking at the box office. A lot of people said because it was he blames it on heterosexual men not showing up, but the gay community, well, certain people in the community say it's because he's entitled, and I mean, yeah, I wasn't even interested in the film, honestly, because who cares? No, like, what are you talking about? Like, can you look at the world around you? Can you talk about something more, like, substantial and something that's more, I don't know, finite than, I don't know, relationships like that? Like, yeah, relationships are important, and love and all that, yeah, these are basic human needs, but listen to me trying to be, woke or whatever, and trying to be, what is that? Equality? No. Inclusive. Me trying to be inclusive, including everyone in this conversation. No one's excluded. But no, yeah. So that tanked, and yeah, I wasn't interested. I'm not really interested in gay films in general, unless unless it's porn. Oh my god! And also, I have to tell you guys about I was a sugar daddy here. Yep, I had a sugar baby for a hot minute, but I had to cut him off. I mean, his caffeine addiction was worse than mine. So I'm just like, hey, we both can't be out here, I can't afford both of our caffeine addictions. We both can't be out here living large off of, these companies now. So I had to let him go. But if you look at my finances, I'm a sugar daddy all around. So the government is my sugar baby. But I feel like, yeah, it's just crazy. I'm not really into like the gay film world. I love producers that have that kind of style of eroticism, and that can tap into that, but to make it films that are just like solely based on you know that lifestyle. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's because I grew up the way I did in a black household, but I don't know. There's again layers. That's this episode, just fucking layers, and you just peel them back, and it gets worse and worse. I don't know. Apples are good though. When you peel apples, bananas are good. Not good for me though. I think I have an allergy to everything at this point. Um, I won't get into this next topic. I'll just leave that over there. We'll save that for another episode. Let's see what else. I had more stuff, some actual facts. Um, I hope everyone's week has been going well. Wow, look at that light. I hope everyone's week has been going well. What are some things that you all feel? What the fuck do you feel out here? Like what's the tea? What's the feelings? What's the T? What's the T? You know, language is so wild. Language is something else. And then you have the intellectuals like what's that one guy? Well, all of the guys who were supposed to be, fucking intellectuals, they're like, no, I'm not gonna acknowledge your wokeism or whatever. Where the fuck are the notes at? Samsung, Christ, there we are. Um, what is your favorite drink? Where is no? Who cares? Oh God. Well, I think that was a failed experiment. Sorry, I'm having a meltdown on camera right now. Well, never mind. Okay, so we're gonna just wing this last section. Let's see. I once posted on Twitter a joke about falling into a no, what was the joke? It was something about I walked into, I don't know, like something about a cum dump. I don't know. Cum dump. Does anyone still use the word cum? What's your favorite word just to describe semen, sperm, spunk? I think those are all the words. Cum, spunk. Cum spunk? Spunk. 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 Oh, that's erotic. No, yeah. I don't know, I'm kinda thirsty right now. So I drank this fucking drink that I thought it was just like an energy drink. It was an energy drink, but then like halfway through it, I saw on the side that it said 200 milligrams of caffeine. So right now I'm pumped up. Not really, but that drink tasted weird. I could have swore it was laced with like THC or something. And I can't get this phone open again. Fuck you. Oh my God, are you kidding me right now? I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to just ruin this. This is the struggle when you just not prepare and you just expect everything to go your way. Your way. Oh, also, I'm working on music still. It's gonna be forever. But yeah. Oh, there it is. Google Drive. Google Drive. Okay. Okay, I think I already covered all this stuff though. Something about legs. Swallowing. I don't know if I talked about this, but does swallowing salty loads count as sodium intake? Can I get heart disease from swallowing? I've had a lot of. Wow, we're on a conversation about cum. I've swallowed a lot of salty cum. I'm pretty sure I've spoken about this before, but now you get to view me talk about these sexual things on camera. So, as a young lad, I started taking salty loads at the age of 13. Yes, very tender age. The first load was from one of my friends. We were behind his house, and well, he just whipped it out and squirted it in my mouth. You know, how can you have friends how can you have friends in this world anymore? Like, it's all so fucking just in your face all the time. Like, all of these thoughts. I need to stay off the internet. Well, this has been the podcast, so layers. When you peel them back, it just gets worse and worse. But anyway, that's all I got for today. Again, a bunch of nothing, a bunch of conversations with myself, not thoughts in a closet right now. That'll be next week, hopefully. Anyway, so I hope y'all have a great week. Thanks for listening again. Yeah, so talk to you later. Bye.
Thank you for listening to my podcast.